is going on again, everyone? Hope everybody's having a good day. I could be having a better day. So yesterday I was driving Colorado, right? ZR2, and I got a check engine light again. Right, the first time I cleared it, it didn't come back. Give it about 200-300 miles later, it came back yesterday, and it's P11DB, Papa 11 Delta Bravo. And I guess it's a NOx sensor, right? Diesel trucks, they have NOx sensors that measure the it's the emission system. I don't want to get too much into it, but I have been seeing some people online that supposedly clean their O2 sensors. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and clean the NOx sensors on this using the solvent, the Lucas fuel additive. Yeah, I have a few there, or I have a little bit left from the gallon. So we're gonna go ahead and take off the NOx sensors upstream and downstream. We're gonna clean them, we're gonna dip them, and I do have an ultrasonic cleaner that should be arriving tomorrow. So I'm gonna leave them soaking overnight in the solvent. Once that ultrasonic cleaner gets here, I'm gonna dip it in that, dry them out, plug them back in, and we'll see how that goes, guys. I have a run coming up here in a few weeks in Mendocino. I have another one coming up in Death Valley in March, the weekend after that one. So, dude, it would suck if I get broken down because of that. But just to be safe, I am gonna order some new ones online. I just want to see if this fixes it for the time being before I go on spending about like $300 for the set of two. Super easy job, guys. So let's go ahead and get to it. I'm gonna show you guys the location of these NOx sensors and removal of them. Let's get it. We're gonna pop the hood to get to the upstream sensor. And when you pop the hood, you're gonna want to unscrew it. And it's this one right here. So you can see right there. Got my wooden paint stir stick, but it's that sensor right there. It looks just like an O2 sensor. Get in there closer and tap on it right there. Alright, so we're going to unscrew that, trace the wire down to where the little electronic component is. It's held down by 2 bolts after that, and I believe it's a 22 millimeter to unscrew the actual sensor. So that's the upstream. Show you guys the downstream now. Downstream sensor is on the passenger side after your diesel particulate filter, right above this little cross member thing. You see it right here. Bam. That one right there. Alright, and again it looks like it's a 22 millimeter. And the little module is right here, right on the frame, held on by 2, I believe 10 millimeter nuts or bolts. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and find my little tool, see which one it is that gets these off, and we'll get to taking them off. I'm pretty sure we all have that one toolbox where we keep random specialty tools that we needed for that one job, that one time. And we just stick stuff in here. I'm pretty sure I have an O2 sensor socket. There we go. Bam. See if it fits. Let's get back underneath here. Find out. It's a fit. Awesome. Whoever designed NOx sensors and O2 sensors, thank you for being on the same page. Might need an adjustable wrench. First hurdle, that thing is stuck. So I had to go over to the auto parts store, buy a 22 millimeter wrench, open-ended, closed. That way I get better leverage without worrying about the adjustable one breaking out of adjustment. and I got this freaking shorter O2 sensor socket. It's shorter than the one I got because when I'm trying to turn it, it starts to kind of angle out, and it's just going to cause issues later on. So I want to go ahead and torch this one more time, spray some PB blaster on that, and hopefully we can break it loose. All right, I torched the crap out of that till it turned red, and finally broke loose. And this smaller socket here did end up working out for me because it doesn't angle out as much as a deep drive one, the deeper one I was using. And it's off. Well, look at that. It's nasty, it's black. Alright, so now all I gotta do is disconnect it from there, and it'll be officially off. So I can start cleaning it. And I need to take the engine bay one out. Hopefully it doesn't give me the same issue. So the engine one was a lot easier, no heat required, just a small breaker bar here that I used from a bottle jack from Harbor Freight, and these tools. So I got it loose enough to where I could just unscrew it by hand. Let me show you where it's at. I really hope you guys can see this. That one right there comes right off. Look at that, also black. So now we're gonna go ahead and get underneath the truck and unbolt the rest of the module. It looks like these are indeed 10mm. So this is the downstream one. You can tell it's downstream by the colors. This base is black, the other one is gray. So I'm just gonna go ahead and unbolt this. I'm gonna use 2 hands, guys, sorry. Alright, when I take hardware off, guys, I always put it back in loosely or kind of snug. That way I don't lose it when I'm putting stuff back together. What we gotta do now is unhook the pin here. Man, I think it's stuck on there. I don't want to break it. I hate those red connector pins, guys. It's like a hit or miss sometimes. Just gonna loosen it up a bit, wiggle it. A lot of dirt coming off of it. Dirt landing in my eyes. There we go. Easy. Alright, that's the downstream one. Now we're gonna do the upstream. This is the downstream one after the diesel particulate filter. Pretty gunked up there, some soot. And this is the one that I got the check engine light for. Upstream, closest to the engine. Alright, so since I was gonna clean them out, might as well do both of them and have new ones on standby just in case this fails. Alright guys, so let me just go ahead and get everything ready, soak them overnight, and by the time the what's that called, the ultrasonic cleaner gets here, I'm going to transfer them into that and get some more junk out of the way. Hopefully it works. So I'm just going to let these get a good soak in overnight. And what I used here is a mixture of the Amsoil diesel injector cleaner and the Lucas injector cleaner. They are pretty much both meant to break down carbon deposits, which is all that really is. That soot is carbon. So I'm gonna leave it overnight. Hopefully by tomorrow the ultrasonic cleaner gets here and we will further clean it. So by tomorrow this whole liquid here should be nice and dark and cloudy. Stay tuned, guys. So the ultrasonic cleaner arrived just as expected. I already hooked it up. Put a little wire right below the max line. Hopefully this works. All right, and what I noticed about the NOx sensors is they didn't let out that much soot in the solution. I think because I had already wiped them down with a dry microfiber cloth before dipping them, so I took all that soot out. But let's see what this does. Looks like it's letting out all that extra, what do you call it, injector cleaner. That white stuff. I don't think it mixes with water, so it's probably gonna come out slick. I'll probably have to wipe that off too. Alright, so this has stopped. I just put it down for a 2-minute cycle. And wow, these came out pretty stinking clean. Just gonna wipe them down right now. And look at that. See through the holes and everything. You can see that little white residue right there. It definitely did not mix. So let me go ahead and wipe these down and show you guys how they look when they're dry. All right, so here you have it. That is after dipping them overnight in the injector cleaner and about 2 minutes on the ultrasonic cleaner. You could go a little longer too, but these do have ceramic inside, and if that ceramic is already cracked, it might make things worse. But luckily I already have a replacement set of these on their way in case these don't work. If they do work, the other ones will just be back up. So I'm gonna wait for daytime to hit on my day off because it's pretty dark out right now. I just got home from work. Well, you can see out there, there you go. Just got home from work and I was pretty excited to use the ultrasonic cleaner. I've never used one and I think I'm gonna start cleaning a lot of stuff with that, to be honest. All right guys, so next time you see me, it'll be my day off. We'll put these suckers on, get some time to dry too. I might hit them with a torch just to make sure I evaporate any moisture from inside. Put them in the truck and drive it, see what happens. All right, so see you guys then. All right everyone, it is officially Saturday today, my day off. The NOx sensors have officially soaked. We did that little ultrasonic bath, whatever you want to call it, and they're dried off. So we're gonna go ahead and reinstall them. And I'm gonna go fill up, drive it for about 30-40 miles and see if that code clears. All right guys. All right, so we got the NOx sensors on. Get some anti-seize, a copper one, and we're about to go fill up real quick to see if I get the code. So far, nothing, but I did reset the code, so I'm gonna drive about 50 miles and see what happens. Wish me luck. So far, we're doing pretty awesome here. MPGs stay about the same. Normally I get 27, 28. So, not bad. It's fluctuating right now. But no check engine light, which is a good thing. And I'm only about 30 miles into this 50-mile trip, so let's hope I get to complete it without getting that check engine light. All right, guys, so I got some bad news. Even though there's no check engine light on the dash itself, I went ahead and hooked up the scanner anyways, and I have 3 codes, right? I have that one, oxygen sensor out of range during deceleration, bank 1, which bank 1 is the engine position for that NOx sensor. I don't know why it calls it O2 sensor here. And same thing here, O2 sensor pumping current trimmed circuit high. Again, bank 1, right? So it's a good thing I had those other sensors en route right now. I should get them before the end of this week or next week. And we're gonna trash these and put those new ones on, all right? So it was a bust this time, but thank you for watching. You know, it's just a day in the life of me trying to figure stuff out here with this freaking truck. See you next time, all right?